There was a young girl who carried a dream deep inside her heart. Every morning, she walked through the same quiet park on her way to school. She loved the warm sunlight, the gentle breeze, and the colourful flowers that danced softly in the wind. Everything around her seemed peaceful, but inside her mind, a quiet battle never stopped. She had always wanted to learn to play the piano whenever she heard beautiful music. She imagined herself sitting in front of the keys, creating melodies that could make people smile. It was her biggest dream, yet she never took the first step. Every day she told herself the same words. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow became next week became next month. The dream stayed in her heart, but it never became part of her life. Sometimes she stopped in front of the music school. Through the large windows, she could see students practicing. Some played simple songs, while others performed beautiful pieces with confidence. She watched them quietly, wondering how they had become so good. A small voice inside her whispered, "You are too late. You will never play like them. What if you fail?" Those thoughts followed her wherever she went. They grew louder every time she wanted to begin. So she turned around and walked away again. As she continued through the park, she lowered her head and sighed. The morning was beautiful, but she could not enjoy it. Her fear felt much bigger than her dream. She didn't know that this ordinary morning was about to change everything. Sometimes, the smallest moment can open the door to a completely new life. And today, her story was about to begin. The next morning felt different. The sun rose slowly above the trees, filling the park with warm golden light. Birds sang softly, and the gentle wind moved through the flowers like a quiet melody. The girl walked along the same familiar path, but her thoughts were still heavy. She wondered if her dream would always remain only a dream. As she reached a small wooden bench, she noticed an elderly man sitting peacefully. His silver hair shone in the morning light, and a kind smile rested on his face. He wasn't reading a book or looking at his phone. He was simply watching the sunrise, as if he had nowhere else to be. The girl sat down on the other end of the bench. Neither of them spoke for a few moments. They simply listened to the quiet sounds of the morning. After a while, the old man looked at her and smiled. "You look like someone who is carrying a very heavy thought," he said gently. The girl smiled politely but looked down at the ground. "I have a dream," she admitted softly, "but I don't think I can do it anymore." The old man nodded slowly, as if he understood every word before she'd even finished speaking. "What is your dream?" he asked. "I want to learn to play the piano," she answered. "But everyone else is already so much better than me." The old man looked toward the rising sun for a moment. Then he quietly said, "Every beautiful tree was once a tiny seed." The girl lifted her eyes. He continued, "Every great musician once played their very first note." She listened carefully. The difference between people who succeed and people who don't is often just one small step. The wind gently moved the leaves above them. The girl didn't answer, but for the first time in a long while, the fear inside her became a little quieter, and somewhere deep in her heart, a small spark of courage began to grow. The girl stayed on the bench for a long time after the old man finished speaking. His words were simple, but they stayed in her heart. She looked around the peaceful park. The flowers moved gently in the wind. Sunlight danced through the leaves, and everything seemed calm. For the first time in many days, she smiled. When she finally stood up, nothing around her had changed. The same trees stood beside the path. The same birds sang in the distance. The same morning breeze touched her face. But something inside her was different. She was no longer thinking about being perfect. She was thinking about taking the first step. As she slowly walked home, she took out her phone. Her hands trembled for just a moment. Then she searched for a beginner piano lesson. She looked at the screen. She took a deep breath. And she pressed play. The first notes were not beautiful. She made mistakes. She stopped. She laughed quietly. Then she tried again. Little by little, fear became smaller. Hope became stronger. Day after day, she kept practicing. She wasn't trying to become the best. She was simply becoming better than she had been yesterday. Weeks later, she walked through the same park again. The morning sun still shone through the trees. The flowers still covered the ground. The old wooden bench was waiting in the same place. She looked at it and smiled. The old man wasn't there anymore, but his words were. She finally understood their meaning. Every great journey begins with one small step. And sometimes, the smallest step becomes the beginning of the most beautiful story. Believe in yourself. Your story is just beginning.